Hey everyone, my name is Nick, and today I'm going to share with you the biggest accessory and or upgrade that you can get for your Model Y. It's going to give you a little bit better range and it's going to increase the comfort. I am talking about 18-inch rims. So why is an 18-inch rim going to be the best accessory that you can get for your Model Y? Really, this applies to Model Y owners, but also Model 3 owners, whether it's a long range, especially if you're getting a Model Y Performance. This is really important that you listen to this. So this Model Y Performance, it comes stock with those 21-inch Uber turbine wheels. And the problem with a 21-inch rim is that it leaves very little room for your tire, which means that you have a little bit less space between the surface of the road and your wheel, which means that you're more susceptible to issues like tire punctures or rim cracks from going over potholes. Additionally, with less tire, with those 21-inch Uber turbine wheels, you're getting less comfort on the road. You're gonna feel a lot more of those imperfections in the road due to the fact that you have a slim tire. And so there's two things that you want to consider before you buy a rim 18-inch for your Model Y Performance especially. You're gonna have to be able to clear the brake calipers. Now, the Model Y Performance has these big beefy brake calipers, and sometimes an 18-inch rim is going to be too small to fit over. This rim setup here is an 18-inch rim by T-Sportline. I also think that Martian wheels are able to have a 18-inch rim that fits over the Model Y Performance brake calipers. The second thing that you need to know before you get an 18-inch rim setup for your Model Y Performance is that has to be able to withstand the gross vehicle weight. This is a heavy car. It sits in about 4,500 pounds. In addition to that, the rim has to be able to support the cargo capacity that this car can handle. Your rim's gonna have to be able to stand that weight for this car. Now, I've had this car for 7 months and I've driven 22,000 miles, and I can tell you that the extra rubber I get with this 18-inch rim setup is definitely increased my comfort on the road, and it's also actually increased my range. And if you check out my other videos, I'm actually able to get long range type range with this setup rather than a performance type range. I cannot stress how big of an upgrade this is for your Model Y, especially the Model Y Performance, because that 21-inch wheel is very, very heavy. It sits at about 38, 39 pounds per wheel, and these wheels are actually 22 pounds each. So you're reducing the amount of weight per wheel significantly. And what that's gonna do is, well, the car doesn't have to put as much energy to turn those wheels. The amount of power that's required to move a wheel at its source is called the moment of inertia. And when you have a lighter tire, the car has to spend less energy to move that wheel at its source on the axle. The Model Y Performance stock rims sit at 9.5 inches in width on the front and 10.5 inches on the back. And these rims are 8.5 inches in width. And so that means that you're going to have a more narrow surface area for the tire. So these tires are slightly more narrow than what's on the Model Y Performance. The only trade-off here that you're getting is you will not have as good cornering. That's about it. In terms of speed, you're gonna have just as much speed, if not a little bit more, because now the car has to spend less energy to apply torque. You're gonna get better comfort. I have 4 inches of rubber now on these tires before it meets contact with the rim. So that's 2 more inches that I get cushion between the road and the rim versus that 2-inch thin rubber low profile tire on the 21-inch Uber turbine wheels. And lastly, and probably most importantly, that people would like to have is more range. I've done tests on this where I have significantly more range because this wheel takes less energy to power. And that to me is a huge, huge upgrade and something that I wouldn't go back on even if I had the chance again. It's kind of funny, people in the comment section of my videos are saying, why is this guy getting a Model Y Performance and just taking off the stock wheels and getting some cruddy aftermarket one? First of all, I think these wheels look awesome. It gives more visibility to the brake calipers that are on the Model Y Performance, and I think it looks more sporty, a little bit more overlandy. I like them. Second of all, this is in no way an inferior wheel. You're getting just as much strength as the Uber turbine wheels, right? It can handle the payload capacity of this car. And number 2, it is lighter. I cannot stress to you how valuable it is to get this 18-inch rim setup for your car. If you want to reduce your possibility of blowing out a tire or cracking your rim from a pothole, this is the way to go. If you want to increase your ride comfort because now you have a lot more tire between the rim and the concrete ground, you're gonna want this setup. If you want improved range because now each wheel is significantly lighter than what came stock with the Uber turbine, this is your wheel of choice. Things start to get a little bit more complicated if you want to get a long range Model Y. In that event, I highly do not recommend that you opt for the 21-inch induction wheels. I highly recommend you stick with the 19-inch Gemini wheels because you're gonna have a lot more similar experience that you'll get with this 18-inch rim. I can't tell you how much I love having this wheel and tire setup. It has been phenomenal on road trips to get that extra range. I don't have to worry about going and hitting potholes. I'm able to actually take this thing to the snow and not have to worry about any situation when I get off the nice paved parking lot. It really transforms the aspect of the car, going from this street only kind of thing and kind of worried about scraping the side edges from your rims. And the increased comfort has been a huge selling point for me as well. So if you found this video, give me a like and subscribe, and I'll have more videos like this in the future. And thank you guys for watching.